night, and if you have some issue, you can put the message in WhatsApp group. Someone is going to connect with you. Even you are allowed to call, right, to the lab trainer that, hey brother, I was doing this lab, I was configuring a static routing, but see the ping is not working. He will connect to you quickly and he is going to solve your query. Means we are going to allow you to configure, to practice anytime, because there is only one reason. You know what? I want this investment should be your best investment of your life. It should be your best investment. And guys, one more investment is required. This is fine, right? You have proven by paying the fee, you have proven that you are passionate to learn the technology. There is no doubt. But I have seen, guys, I have already trained more than 1,000 students. People are not completing. Only 30% students are completing the course. I don't know the reason. But what I want, that if someone have invested the money, that means they are passionate, they are interested, they want to learn, then don't know why they are not completing. Sometimes we try to address the issue, and I found that people have issue with time. That's why we have added this service, that now our student, if someone has enrolled for the CCNA plus CCNP, then they should be allowed to join any batch. In the morning batch, evening batch, afternoon batch, weekdays batch, weekend batch. And in the future also, they should be allowed to join any upcoming batch in the future. You don't need to buy the course again. The fee which you have paid at this platform is just deciding that you are dedicated, you are passionate to learn the technology. We cannot like connect everyone from the social media.
So what will be the morning timing?
Morning timing is one batch is here in morning at 9 a.m. 9 to 11 a.m.
Are you taking or some other trainer will be taking?
Mr. Losa is taking that class. I will be taking one class after 10 days in the weekend. If you want my batch, you can join in the weekend. In the like, if you need a morning batch, in the morning, in the weekend, you can join my batch. If you are not comfortable with this time, 8 to 10 p.m. IST.
So weekend like Saturday, Sunday, and in the morning, right?
Yes, morning 9 a.m.
Okay.
And see, like after finishing the course, this batch, we will definitely start another batch at the same time. So you are in the WhatsApp group. You can ask about the timing, about the alternate batch, about the weekend batch, about the morning batch, right, in the group. That, hey, do you have any batch for CCNA plus CCNP in morning? Do you have any batch in the afternoon? I am not comfortable in the night from 8 to 10. Earlier it was comfortable for me, but because of my job shift, now it is not comfortable. So do you have an alternate option in the morning? And we are going to provide you the information accordingly. Getting my point?
Sir, is there any way that someone can join the weekdays classes as well and also your classes as
Yeah,
well?
yeah, yes. You can join
Because
all the
mhm,
classes. See, parallelly we have 3 classes for CCNA plus CCNP. If you have time, if someone is not working, most of the people are working professional, more than 90% people are working professional, but if you have time, you can join all 3 batches every day. We don't have issue. But when you are going to configure the lab, after the class, you need to practice. What I told you, this was the money which you have invested was your first investment. Now the second investment is your time. Now I want you to invest 2 hours every day to practice whatever you are going to learn in class. And if you are going to follow our path, if you are going to practice 2 hours, the same lab which we are going to configure in the class, then trust me, after 3 to 4 months, when you are going to compare your technical skill, you will see a remarkable improvement. You will be able to design, configure, troubleshoot the enterprise network. Doesn't matter whether it is wire network, wireless network, automation part, SD-WAN part, but definitely not complete SD-WAN, but you will have idea about the SDN as well. But joining the live class is really not sufficient, because here we are going to, I am going to show you the real time scenarios, the lab configuration, right? Multiple trainers will be sharing their real time experience, that how we are using the OSPF protocol in the production, how we are migrating the 2AS in the BGP, right? How MPLS works when we are connecting multiple transports. So we are going to show you the configuration, that okay, this is the real time scenario, this is my experience on these kinds of scenario, and here is the configuration. Now your responsibility is to test it, right? You have already the recording, because after the live class you will get recording. So even you can go through the recording to practice, right? Because at the initial time maybe you need to write down the command somewhere, you need to write down the concept somewhere, but within 15 to 20 days you are going to make familiar, you will be very familiar with the basic configurations, like the basic IP connectivity, basic switching. After that it will be very easy for you to practice, very easy.
Sir, what about the certification? I'm preparing for the certification. Will we cover all the concepts regarding the CCNA certification?
Sorry brother, what about?
CCNA or CCNP certifications?
After the class, after this batch completion of this course, first of all you will get one certificate from our side, that is going to be training completion certificate. Done. Now if someone need global certificate, so we'll recommend you to go for exam, book your exam after this course. And trust me, if you
Yeah,
are going to follow,
I'm,
yeah, wait brother, let me finish. This is also important. So what I'm saying, like after this course, if you are going to follow all the path, if you are going to configure all the labs, all the theories, everything, all the fundamentals, basic, advanced is clear to you, then 110% you will pass the exam, right? There is exam fee, you have to pay the fee, right? Then you will book the exam. After that Cisco is going to ask you some question, and within the specific time you have to answer. And if you will ask to myself that Praful, if you are going to attend the CCNP exam, that is CCNP in core or NRC, so if I am going to attend CCNP in core, NRC or CCNA 100 times, guys, I will pass 100 times. Every time I am going to clear the exam, because the question pattern is same every time. You need to learn the fundamentals, the concept. You will be able to answer every question, each and every question. Now you can ask, what was your question, Faisal? Faiza.
yeah, that was my question. I was asking about the global certification.
So, so I told you now about the global
Yes, sir.
certification.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This was about the global certification only, right? So let's make, guys, this investment to the best investment of your life. Let's learn the technology, and trust me, if you know the CCNA and CCNP very well, if CCNA and CCNP all topics are clear to you, you will be able to learn any other technology by yourself as well. Even you can learn firewall by yourself, you can learn SD-WAN by yourself, SD access by yourself, any technology, because CCNA and CCNP is the fundamentals. And here in this course we are going to cover three papers. First one is CCNA 200301, second paper is CCNP in core, and third paper is CCNP in RC. So if you have invested, try to utilize the opportunity, learn the technology, and clear these three papers. Even if you are not going to book the exam, at least you should have confidence that okay, if I am going to write the exam, then I can clear it very easily. Means you have knowledge. Getting my point? Is my screen visible, guys?
No, sir.
Screen is not. Monday to Friday is a good idea. Yes, Monday to Friday is a good. Like I will always recommend you to join classes from Monday to Friday if you have enrolled for CCNA and CCNP. Because guys, here we have to build one connection first with the trainer. Trainer and you should be connected with each other every day. And if you will have two classes, like there will be gap of 5 days, it will be very difficult to connect from the last class, right? And CCNA and CCNP syllabus is very vast, right? So many things are there. So Monday to Friday is the best choice for CCNA and CCNP course. But if it is not possible for someone working professionals because of their workload, then they can join weekend batch. I am teaching from last 4 years online, and guys, every time I have seen only 30% people are completing the course. Only 30%. You are also going to see the same thing in this batch as well. Today here we have 18 participants, 19 participants, 25 participants are there. 25 participant has enrolled themselves, has paid the fee. Maybe some people are going to join the class after 10 minutes, after 20 minutes, maybe from the tomorrow. But after 1 month, there will be 10 to 12 students only. Reason? Timing issue. Most of the time timing issue. Sometimes people are not able to connect in the class, because if you are not going to perform the lab, if you are not going to revise the topic, it will be difficult. See, if you will not understand, let's say I am teaching, and if you are not able to understand what I am teaching, it will be very difficult to sit for 2 hours. So the most important thing is you have to stay connected in the class with the trainer. If you are not connected, it is not possible to sit 2 hours, right? You can't sit. So if you have doubt, clear your doubt first. Stop the trainer to teach. Ask him, hey, first clear this doubt. Otherwise, you are not going to understand. Let's say today class is not clear to you. Definitely tomorrow class will be very difficult for you to understand. And if it is difficult to understand, you can't sit in the class.
Hi, Praful, can you hear me?
Yes, Vikas.
Yeah. Hi. So I wanted to ask, like, so this is a combo course. So you'll be taking the class from 8:30 to 10:30. So I wanted to ask, like, do you like even you'll add the CCNP courses in this, like at the beginning, or you just first completing the CCNA, then
No,
after
no,
like,
we'll cover both at the same time. Like let's say OSPF. When I will start the OSPF, first we'll discuss the zero basic CCNA part, and after that we are going to see the implementation, advanced troubleshooting, the CCNP part. It is not like first we'll cover the CCNA and then we'll start CCNP in core, then NRC. We will have the
understood.
different module. I am going to show you the module as well. How we'll cover the 3 papers.
That's a good idea, sir.
Hmm?
That is a good idea.
Yeah, thank you. So make sure you guys will perform the labs by yourself every day, and even before starting the session, like tomorrow is going to be your first class, right? So before tomorrow class, before tomorrow 8:30 p.m., make sure you all have the simulation in your laptop. Means first prepare your laptop for the training. How you will set up, how you will prepare your laptop for the training? You need 3 software: packet tracer, GNS3, and EVNG. If someone is going to say, why Praful 3 software, why not only EVNG? Because everything we can configure in the EVNG. So EVNG, sometimes, see, turning on the EVNG can be lengthy process. It can take 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. And let's say you need to test one small thing, let's say connectivity between 2 router only. So you need a flexible, a quick lab that quickly you can start, connect the devices, and you can test it. So for the basic things, we'll recommend you to use packet tracer. For the routing, we'll recommend you to follow GNS3. And for the advanced troubleshooting, the real-time scenarios or switching, we'll recommend you to use EVNG. So there is one lab trainer in your WhatsApp group. Tomorrow from morning to till 8:30. Everyone need to connect with trainer for your laptop preparation, right? After the class, I will put the his number as well in the group, like this is your lab trainer, right, who will guide you in the setup of lab as well as in the configuration. When you are configuring, let's say IPsec or MPLS L3 VPN, L2 VPN, and if you have some issue, let's say ping is not working, connectivity issue or any other issue, then also you can connect to your lab trainer and he will help you to move further. Great. Let me share my screen and let me tell you how we will cover the syllabus. See, first paper is CCNA plus CCNP in core. Might be possible someone is only looking for CCNP in core course or CCNP NRC course or CCNP in core plus NRC. Then why they will learn CCNA again? Let's say someone is saying, I have already completed my CCNA. So guys, trust me, when you will learn any topic here in our class, everything is going to be new for you because our training is practical, right? Every time for each and every topic, you will have real-time scenarios like the actual implementation in the industry, right? And when we are teaching the CCNP student, we always see that people are lacking in the basics. So it's very difficult for us as well to teach advanced things directly. So let's start everything from the scratch, from the zero. Let's see the IP addressing, subnetting, packet flow, OSI model, TCP IP, right? First, after that, move to the routing, switching, advanced technologies, wireless, automation, virtualization, SDN. So CCNA plus CCNP in core plus CCNP in RC. And after that, you can work in enterprise network. You can search job in the enterprise company. If someone is already working and maybe they are looking for job change, so you can go for job change after covering this course. And again, after getting 1 year of experience, first learn CCNA, CCNP in core and NRC, master it, not learn, master it, each and everything. A small topic, advanced topic, basic topic, everything should be very clear to you. If someone is going to ask you the LSA 5 or the configuration concept in BGP or what is MPLS L2 VPN, answer should be like you should have answer of these all questions. You should be able to answer quickly, right? And it is only possible if you are going to join all the classes and you are going to perform the lab by yourself. Otherwise, no one is going to teach you the complete syllabus. Maybe you can learn few topics, some basic topics only. You will not understand the complete fundamental. Until and unless you will not understand the complete enterprise network, it will be difficult to get job in the enterprise company, right? So make sure you will complete the course because you are already dedicated, passionate. That's why you have invested. And now let me show you, tell you how we are going to cover the syllabus. So guys, what I told you, first of all, we are going to learn the basic module. In the basic module, you are going to learn the network. First of all, introduction to computer networks. What is network? What is infrastructure? Why infrastructure is so important for the company? Why company is going to hire you? Why company invest much money on the infrastructure? Why network engineer demand is keep increasing? What is the role of network engineer. These all things comes under introduction to networks. Introduction to networks. Under introduction to networks, there are some more topics like types of communication. What is unicast, what is multicast, what is broadcast, why we are moving from broadcast to multicast, right? Because nowadays every technology is moving towards multicasting. So what is the benefit of using multicast instead of broadcast? If you know the RIP version 1 and 2, RIP version 1 sends their messages on broadcast status, but in RIP version 2 we have multicast. So why we are shifting? Then modes of communication like simplex, half duplex, full duplex. Many time if you are the working professional, you know the CRC error. Why CRC error can occur, when we can find CRC error on the WAN link. If there is CRC error, how we will troubleshoot. Those all things comes under introduction to network only. The duplex, types of communication, mode of communication. And once you are familiar with the infrastructure about the network, network is nothing but the group of multiple networking devices, right? So once you are clear with the company network, the real-time network, which is running in the production where you are going to work, will take you to understand the OSI model, right? OSI model, the open system interconnection. Why we need OSI model? And what is OSI model? Because guys, your complete network troubleshooting depends on OSI model only. If you know the OSI model, that means you know the packet flow. If you know the packet flow, you can troubleshoot any issue in the network because you can check. You can check the packet flow. You can check the tables. Whatever tables your devices maintain to forward traffic, you can follow the packet according to their tables. So packet flow is going to be very important for you, and to understand the packet flow, OSI model is mandatory, right? So you will master the OSI model. After the OSI model, you will also learn about the headers, IP header like IPv4 header, IPv6 header, Ethernet header, TCP header, UDP header. And guys, OSI model is theoretical model. If I will talk about the actual implementation, so we have TCP IP model, right? Both are same. One is theory, one is practical. Headers, UDP, TCP, IPv4, IPv6, Ethernet. What informations are there in the IPv4 header, in IPv6 header, in the TCP header, in the UDP header, each and everything. These are the part of packet flow. Then we have some application layer protocols. Application layer protocols. Protocols like you must have heard about HTTP, HTTPS. Can anyone tell me 10 application layer protocols, guys? 10 application layer protocols for network engineer, not for software tester or software developer. Can anyone tell me 10 application layer protocols?
SNMP,
TLS,
Very good.
SSH,
SNMP, SMTP.
Okay, then that's it.
FTP or TCP.
SFTP,
Hmm? Yeah, okay,
SFTP,
okay.
And GTP.
Hmm?
It's the ODNS and
BGP,
DHCP.
ERGRP.
EIGRP is layer 3 protocol. So these are the most important application layer protocols for network engineer, right? So you need to learn about the port number, about the headers, messages like telnet request, telnet reply, SSH request, SNMP messages, FTP message. Even you need to configure these all protocols in packet tracer or in the EVNG, right? You have to perform lab for each and every application layer protocols. First you will learn about the theory. Theory means the protocol number, port number, what protocols they uses at transport layer, TCP or UDP, what port number they are using, right? For an example, DNS, what is DNS, what is the port number of DNS, which protocol it uses at transport layer, what is DHCP, what is BGP, SNMP, telnet. So theory as well as practical, right? So first we are going to configure, we will show you the configuration of these all protocol calls in the simulation, and after that you are going to configure by yourself. You are going to test FTP, TFTP, BGP, DNS, DHCP, HTTP, STTP. And once you will have knowledge about the application layer protocols, you can check the packet flow. Then we'll come on packet flow. This is going to be our basic module. Packet flow between two PC, between two PC over switch, between multiple switch over router, and between multiple router over firewall, even over access point, over WLC, right? Next topic in the basic module is going to be networking devices. Networking devices like your switch, router, firewall, WLC, controllers, access point. And here I can also add a few topics. Guys, it is not possible to mention each and every topic, but these are the important topics of basic module, and the basic module can take around 10 to 15 days. So in first 10 to 15 days we will try to build a strong foundation in basic. We'll try to build a strong foundation in basic. Once you know the basic, of networking, will introduce you with Cisco iOS, Cisco operating system. Operating system like under Cisco operating system, guys, you are going to learn backup of devices, how to take backup of devices, how to recover the configuration, how to recover the password. If someone has forget the password of router, how they will break the password? Only network engineer can break the password, right? Then default configuration, default configurations on devices, like by default which port number is enabled on router. Port number 23 is by default enabled. Only one port number is by default enabled on all Cisco routers, that is port number 23. For telnet, means telnet service is by default running. So we'll talk about by default configuration, and then basic configuration, basic configurations of router. It is going to be same on switch as well, right? The command to enable, to configure enable password is same on router as well as switch, right? Router, switch, and firewall, the basic configuration. like IP on the layer 2 switch, how you will configure the IP through SVI. So SVI configuration, enabling telnet, enabling SSH, taking the backup of your device through TFTP or FTP, configuring the password, then breaking the password, recovering the configuration, right? Then device upgradation, iOS update, device update means how we are going to change the devices. If we have any end of life device in the network, then how we will update, what is the process, which type of teams will be involved in the activity, at which time we are performing the activity in the network, why we are performing all major activity in the night. Those all things comes under Cisco operating system. Guys, just give me 1 minute please. Let me. Sir, CCNA version 6 integrated best. Okay, after that, once you are familiar with Cisco operating system, now you know how to perform basic configuration on router, switch and firewall. We'll take you to the next module, which is routing module, which is the routing module. Here in routing module, you are first going to understand the basic fundamental of routing, like best path selection, or how router is building the routing table. First routing table, in the routing table, whatever informations are there, guys, if side by side I'm going to open the packet tracer as well to show you the routing table. Like there are so many information inside the routing table, like the AD value, metric, right? So what is this? What is that? What is AD value? What is metric? Traffic share count, next hop IP address, exit interface. These all informations are required to build routing table. If a router is going to install any route in the routing table, these all informations are required. So how router will get these all information? By default, routing table of router, when we configure any IP address on the interface of router, what will happen on the router? Those are the parts of basic routing. For an example, here you can see I have one router. Let me say R1. Can anyone tell me how we are going to access this router in real device, in the real time network, guys? Because in real time, this router is going to looks like this. Here in the real time, we will have one rack, networking rack, and definitely will tell you about the networking racks as well, right? Like why we are installing the devices in rack, but we will have rack, and in the rack we are going to mount the devices. Let's say this is my rack, and in the rack we are going to mount the devices. For an example, here I have one router. right? So on the router there will be so many LEDs, so many ports. So you need to learn about the LEDs, about the ports, right? About the LED color, like this. In the rack we have networking devices. It can be my router, it can be my switch, it can be my firewall, it can be my WLC, it can be any other device as well. In the packet tracer even you can see this, like here we have physical option. You can see physical. If I'm going to click on physical, it will show me the rack. Are you able to see the rack? Yes. And in the rack you can see on the top we have one power distribution device, which is responsible to provide power to all networking device in this rack. Because guys, in one rack you will have lots of devices. Here you can see the power distribution device, right? So this device is responsible to provide power. Every time in every networking rack you will have power distribution device on the top. And after that, here you can see I have router. This is my router. This is my router. And guys, on the router you can see we have empty slots. These are the empty slot. Here we can insert the module. So when we need to add module, which type of module we are using in the industry, for the fiber cable which module is required, for the Ethernet cable which module is required, why we need module, and how to add the module. When first we need to turn off the device. That is the process of adding the module. So you are going to learn these all things in the routing, in the routing module, in the first class of routing module. After that, here you can see we have some ports like fast Ethernet 0/0, fast Ethernet 0/1. It can be LAN port, it can be WAN port. But my question is, let's say this router is brand new router, guys. I have just purchased this router from the Cisco, from the market. Even IP address is not configured over here. Just the engineer, field engineer has mounted this router in the rack and they have given the power, right? So my router is on. Now can anyone tell me how I can access this router? How can I access this router? Console. Very good, right? Now we cannot have remote access. We need one PC or laptop, and you are going to connect your PC through console cable. So whatever cables we are using in the production, in the real time, guys, those all cables are available in the packet tracer as well. Like here you can see we have cables. If you need class for the packet tracer, like how to use the packet tracer, GNS Revenge, you can let me know. The lab trainer is going to take one class to train you to use packet tracer, the simulation softwares, right? Like in packet tracer, here you can see in the left side we have networking devices. Then we have end devices like PC, server, IP phone, CCTV camera, TV, tablet, a smartphone, a sniper, printer. See, these all are end devices. Laptop, server, and one server or one server to host the application is not sufficient. Meraki server, printer, IP phone, and different kinds of IP phone are there. You can see tablet means wireless devices, a smartphone. On the smartphone you will not have LAN port, RJ45 port. So you have to connect a smartphone through wireless, right? So to connect these all devices, we need now two types of device. To connect these devices through wired, we need one switch. Nowadays we are not using hub. So let me click on networking devices, and you can see we have, guys, so many networking devices now. Router, switch, hub, wireless devices, and firewall. So let me use one switch here. One switch, and I am going to connect multiple devices through this switch. So here is my cable, right? Let me select the automatic cable, and here we can connect devices like this. For the wireless, right? For like mobile and tablet, we can have access point here, right? Let me click on wireless devices, and you can see now we have wireless devices here. I can drag and draw one access point, and I can connect these devices wirelessly. You can see automatically laptop and a smartphone is connected to AP. Then I can connect my AP to the switch. Then I can connect this switch to router. This is my physical connectivity. Now we need to perform the configuration, guys, right? My physical connectivity is done. Even that was the work of field engineer. You are going to tell to field engineer which port need to connect to which device, right? And here if I will again show you the physical, now you can see in the networking device there are so many devices in the networking rack, guys. Now we have so many devices. You can see router, these are the servers, server 0, access point, right, switch, and there is connectivity. You can see here is my Meraki server and this is my switch. Question is, Praful, how to configure now? Now we need to perform configuration. This is physical connectivity. In the network, we need two types of connectivity to exchange the data. Guys, you know, I must tell you the main role of network engineer. What is the main role of network engineer? Network engineers are responsible to exchange the data between two devices in the secure environment. Now, two devices can be in the same building, can be in the same room, can be in the same city, or can be in the different country. Doesn't matter where are the devices, but you are the responsible to make communication between all the devices securely, right? And for making communication between the devices securely, you need two types of connectivity. First one is physical connectivity and second one is logical connectivity. So this is my physical connectivity. Now physically my all devices are connected. But what about the logical connectivity, guys? For the logical connectivity, you have to configure the devices. For an example, PC need IP address. So you will configure IP addresses to all the PCs, or you will set up a DHCP server. You will set up a DHCP server so that your all machines can get IP address from DHCP server. So how will configure? To configure the devices, we have to access the device first. And to access the device, we have two options, remote access or physical access. If your device is already configured for the remote access, then only you can take remote access. Then only you can access your device remotely. But if your device is brand new, even IP address is not configured, then you have only one option, that is physical access. And for physical access, you need one operating system, PC, and one console cable. So here you can see in the cable section, guys, there are so many cables, like the fiber cable. You can see this is fiber cable. Fiber cable. If you have two data center, and let's say distance between the data center is 5 kilometers, and we need to connect them. Or for an example, in one campus there are multiple buildings. In the campus there are multiple buildings. In each buildings we have implemented the network, local area network, LAN. Don't worry, you will learn these all things in detail. This is just an overview. So if you need to connect multiple buildings together, definitely you will use optical fiber, because Ethernet can be used to connect multiple devices in short distance, right? If the distance between devices is up to 100 meters, then you can use the Ethernet cable, no problem at all. You can form the LAN. But the distance, if distance is more than 100 meters, you have to use the fiber cable. So all the cables are available. And you need to learn these all cable, like what is cross over cable, what is straight through cable, what is fiber cable, what is phone cable, what is coaxial cable, what is serial cable, DC, octal cable, right? IoT, custom cable, USB cable. Many of you already know about the USB cable. So to access the device physically, we need console cable. So let me select the console cable and let me connect my PC to this router. Tell me on which port I will connect the console cable, guys, here on the PC. Tell me on which port I will connect the console cable on PC.
Ports.
Huh?
RS-232?
Yes.
RS-232.
So let me connect. And on the router, which port? Console port or fast Ethernet? 1/0. See,
Console port.
console port, right? Fast Ethernet 0/0 is already connected to another device. So we have fast Ethernet 0/1 port is available, right? One port is available. Now let's say I need to connect two more routers to R1. Then I have to add extra module because ports are not available. Now my laptop, my laptop, the physical laptop is connected to router which is mounted in the rack through console cable. Now in my laptop I will install one application called Putty or Secure CRT, and through which you can access your device. Here you can see we have the terminal. For the terminal you can have any software. Let me click on terminal and let's say okay, and now you can see I have access of my router. Are you guys able to see?
Yes.
Why only two people? What about others, guys? Others are not interested?
Yeah, we see. We see.
Able to see, Professor.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Able
For
to see.
now, here I am just going to say no.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you. Great. Guys, if you will not participate during the entire session, entire course for next 3 to 4 months, you have to participate. Right? You have to ask the question. You have to talk to the trainer. First, you have to build the relationship with trainer to learn the technology, right? And you can only form the relationship if you are going to talk, not only in the class. Apart from the class, you can also talk in our WhatsApp group. And our WhatsApp group is, guys, for lifetime. We will be connected for lifetime through WhatsApp group, so that we can track the growth of our student, right? If you have enrolled yourself at PM Networking, we want you to grow with us. We can learn with each other, we can grow together, we can learn together, and we can grow together. That is our main goal. Our main goal is to build a community of network engineers, the best community in the world, right? So the WhatsApp group is our community. Multiple experts who have experience of more than 20 years are there in the WhatsApp group, right? So if you are going to put any question there, if you are going to talk in the group, you will build a relationship with like-minded people, right? This is not the social media, because here we all are from the same industry. I am also working in the networking, and you are also going to make your career in the networking, and maybe many of you are already working. So we are like-minded people. Let's build a strong relationship with each other. Now here you can see I have access of my router. Let me configure one IP address on F0/0 interface F0/0, no shutdown, and IP address 10.1.1.1. Again, these are the basic configuration, and I already told you we will cover these all basic configuration in the Cisco operating system. So you will learn about the IP configuration, why I have run no shut command if someone is not familiar with even these basic commands. Do not worry. 255, 255, 255.0. See, I have configured the IP address, and I can enable the telnet line VTY. By the way, telnet is already enabled here. I'm saying password Cisco and then login. Guys, again there are two things, login, or I can run command login local. Either I can run login command here, or I can run login local command. Can anyone tell me the difference between login and login local? Because this is very basic. That's why I'm asking, just to understand from where we should start teaching you.
For login local, required a
Username and password. Very good. And
yes,
login required only password. So here I am
Only
going to say
password.
login only, right? So it will only ask me for password if someone is going to try to access this router remotely. And enable password is, let's say, also Cisco. Very good. Now I don't need console access. Now I can access my router remotely. Right now, to access my router, I will configure IP address on this PC. Let's say, what IP address I have configured here, guys? 10.1.
10.1.1.1.
Yes, sir.
1. Here I am configuring, let's say, 5. Here 10.1.1.5 and 255.255.255.0. Right? So on the PC we can configure IP address, subnet mask, gateway, DNS server IP, right, WLC IP address. Now let me save it. And now I can access my router through command line. Here I can say telnet and the IP address of router 10.1.1.1. It will ask me for password. Password was Cisco, and now you can see I have access of my router from the router. This is remote access, right? So there are two ways to access any networking devices: physical and remote access. And now here, if I am going to run, guys, command show IP route, show IP route. So see, this is the routing table of your router. This is the routing table of your router. So you should know about each and every words in the routing table. Even this is not the complete information, this is summary information. If you want to see the complete information, you have to say network ID here. You can see the each and everything about routing table, right? So traffic here, count is 1, metric is 0, right? Directly this network is directly connected on fast Ethernet 0/0, right? Routing descriptor block. Then this is non via any routing protocol, EIGRP, OSPF, BGP, ISIS, or connected or static route. What is the distance? What is the metric? Right? So these are the information inside the routing table of router. So you are going to master these all things under basic routing in the routing table. In the routing module, first topic is going to be routing table. After that, once you know the routing table, like how router build routing table, whatever fields are, information, words are there in the routing table. Once you are familiar with each and everything, then we'll teach you the static routing, or why we need routing, need of routing, right? You will learn the need of router, need of routing, and then routing configuration. Basic routing configuration is going to be a static routing. After that, we will have session for dynamic routing. Then we will have session for dynamic routing protocols like EIGRP, OSPF, and this is all about EIGRP, CCNA to CCIE. EIGRP, all about EIGRP. Here I can say CCNA to IE, OSPF, NA to IE, BGP, NA to IE, right? This is routing module. It can take around 20 to 30 days, 1 month. The routing module, third module, right? First module was basic, second module was Cisco operating system, third module is routing. And then we will be starting the next module, that is your switching. And in the guys routing, this is not the end. After this, we will have many more scenarios, real-time scenario implementation of each protocol. Then route filtering, then distribute list, right? So it is not possible to mention each and every topic, but I am trying to cover the main topic, all the main topics. In the next module, we are going to learn switching. Again in the switching, like you know the routing table now, you are going to learn the table of switch. That switch is going to maintain which table? Can anyone tell me switch maintain which table?
MAC address.
Yes.
MAC address table.
MAC address table.
table.
So what will be the information inside the MAC address table, and how switch build MAC address table or CAM table? After that, all the layer 2 protocols, VLAN concept, trunking concept, native VLAN concept,
Inter VLAN.
yes, native VLAN, inter VLAN routing, IVR, right? In the IVR again, router on a stick and SVI. On a stick means by using the router or by using a multi-layer switch, how we can configure the inter VLAN routing. SVI is nothing but the assigning method to assign IP address to VLAN, right? After that, your layer 2 protocol like DTP, CDP, VTP, STP. Again in the STP we have PVST, PVST plus, RPVST, we have MST. So all about STP. After that, again layer 2 and layer 3 ether channel, the switching, these are the switching topics. Port security, then ARP inspection, DHCP snooping and spoofing, both DHCP snooping and spoofing. After that, FHRP. Under FHRP we have HSRP, we have GLBP, we have VRRP, stacking, with the lab. Then T-suit. In the routing also T-suit, in the switching also T-suit. This is going to be your switching module, the fourth module. And after that, here we will have, guys, WAN technology module. WAN technology module, where you are going to learn NAT, VPN, RIB was FIB, SAF, Cisco Express forwarding, MPLS, L2 VPN, L3 VPN, IPsec, GRE, EVPN, VPLS, VPN. So these are the WAN technologies. My fourth module, module number 4. And after that, the last module is going to be your advanced module. Wireless overview. Again, note the detail, everything about wireless, because wireless is a separate course, guys. But you will get the idea about the wireless, like why wireless network is required, how companies are implementing the wireless network, their controllers, devices, protocols, everything. But this is not all about wireless. This is something about wireless. After that, automation. How automation is going to automate the configuration of your networking devices. How you can automate the configuration. Then automation. After that, guys, SDN. networking means your SD-WAN and SD access overview. After that, multicasting, QS, quality of service, right? And maybe I am missing some topics because randomly I am writing the topics. So these are my, this is my syllabus, right? Like this I am going to cover CCNA plus CCNP here. How will configure the CCNA, cover the CCNA and CCNP, guys? Means 3 paper by learning these all modules. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. You can take one screenshot of it because after the batch, after this course, you can verify everything. You can verify these all topics, and trust me, if you are going to join A to Z class, all the classes, and you are going to perform all the lab, whatever lab we are going to assign to you during the session, then soon you will be master in these all topics. Maybe few topics are already clear to you. Maybe for someone few topics are like nothing is clear to you. They don't know anything about any topic. So we are going to learn from the zero, right? These all topics will be a start from zero to everything.
Prafulji,
So how long?
are you going to teach about ISIS protocol?
No, ISIS protocol will not be covered here. For the ISIS protocol, we will give you one video.
Okay. What about IPv6?
Yeah,
and,
IPv6 will be covered. XMD, sorry, here we are going to add it in the advanced module. IPv6. IPv6. Tell me if I am missing any other topics.
Even in switching, are you going to teach about ERPS?
What?
ERPS.
Yeah, you will have, yes, SPAN is missing here. SPAN, local SPAN, remote SPAN, and ER SPAN. Very good. Great, brother.
And under switching, like LLDP.
Yeah, LLDP will be also covered. CDP and LLDP.
And the guards, like
Yeah, that will be covered under STP only. Loop guard, root guard, BPDU guard, port fast. Those are the features of STP. That will be covered.
How long this batch will go on? Like 3 months, 4 months?
Yeah, sorry. My mic was disconnected. Tell me again.
How long will be this batch?
The duration of this class is going to be 4 to 6 months. Depending
Yes,
on
I was
you
expecting.
guys.
How about the Monday to Friday group?
about the Monday to Friday group means?
How long would that take?
Monday to Friday only, brother. From